always wanted to deploy. When I joined the military, that's what I wanted to do, was go overseas. You know, have that Canadian flag on my shoulder and have people see that. That was very important to me. I never wanted to be on the sidelines. It's not something I thought of as a kid, but once I got into it, I come to realize that this was an excellent fit for me. I was not a combat soldier. I didn't pull a trigger, but I did my very, very best with a team that's amazing to help those guys get home if they got hurt. I went to Afghanistan the first time in 2005. I was with the Canadian contingent in Kabul, and it was a multinational base, of course, and we provided care to whomever we were asked to. That base closed down in Kabul, and we moved down to Kandahar. 2008, I deployed out of Edmonton to the same location and same hospital. For me, how I dealt with it, for better or for worse, is I took my personal stuff and you put it on a shelf, you stick it in a box, and you focus solely on the person in front of you. It was such an honor, such an absolute privilege to work alongside with this group of healthcare professionals from all over the world that we worked with. For whatever reason, I wound up with PTSD where others didn't. Likely my PTSD, my injury, was a accumulation of exposures to events, right? I wasn't blown up or shot at or not. It's likely a accumulation. It was the frequency and the degree of violence. And what we do to each other as human beings is deplorable. As I started to come down, if you will, then the nightmares kicked in. My wife said, "That's enough. You need to see somebody. Something's going on."
Not Scott.
Not the Scott you're thinking.
Okay.
No, I've come a long way since then in understanding and recognizing, and you know, having a service dog for 8.5 years and now a new one has helped me tremendously with that.
I'll go for a bit of a walk. Does that sound good?
The symptoms are still there. They're manageable because I can recognize them. It's not always successful. I fail, right? My family has helped me tremendously, you know. There's people out there that might not know you don't have to have been a combat soldier. You can still get hurt. You can still wind up with an injury. So it doesn't matter what your job was. If you're suffering at all, reach out.
You just assume.
A lot of us, I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of veterans, we want to do it ourselves. We want to suck it up, as they say, and tough it out, as I've come to realize. And I still struggle with that, but that's not necessarily the way to go. So reach out, get help. There's numbers, phone a friend, go for a beer, whatever you got to do. We're never alone. And that's not just something you put on a poster. It is true.
Okay, here we go.
If you're struggling, please reach out. Contact Veteran Affairs, contact your local healthcare provider. Get help. You are never alone.